Alrighty, there we go. So I just had my mocha. I responded to 3 email. I answered all my comments on YouTube, all the new comments since yesterday, and at least all the ones that show up. Sometimes it seems like YouTube doesn't show all the comments. Here we go, like launching off an aircraft carrier. Okay, Kurt, keep it under control. Alright, we're up to 70 miles an hour, 6th gear, cruising the speed. So I made a video yesterday on this same stretch talking about the, sharing about the audio. And actually in listening to the audio back, I kind of like the quality of the audio with the visor up a little bit. And thank you for the feedback. I'll come to that in a moment.
Hey everybody. So I want to show you the final configuration of my motovlogging setup. This is the result of a lot of effort to try and get a configuration that would actually work and be suitable and workable on a long-term basis for motovlogging. So let me show you what we got here. So I tried. Hi Ollie. Ollie, you say hi? Say hi. Do you want a motorcycle helmet? Do you want a motorcycle helmet too? You want to go ride motorcycles with me? You want to go for a walkie? You want to go for a walkie? Well, we just came back from a walkie, but I'll take you for another one in just a bit. But before we do that, hold on just a minute. I want to grab the, wait there, Ollie. I'll show you guys my the old helmet that I had that really never worked very well for motovlogging. What do you think of this one? It's the same color as you. Smells like adventure? Yeah. Okay. So this is the old helmet that I had, and it was basically a freebie given to me, and I'm very grateful for it. And I used it for basically the entire tenure that I was here since I came back from Japan. It's not a very expensive helmet, about $100 helmet, but it's been kind of customized, and it had some nice features to it. But it wasn't very soundproof, and so it had a lot of noise. And a few motovlogs that when I tried to do motovlogging, it just didn't work out very well. But I really miss it because it's a fly helmet. I like the Dakar logo on there. It was a good helmet for the years that I had it, and you can see that it's all falling apart. You know, I should have. I really used this helmet to the bitter end, you know, as I do with most of my stuff. So you can see there's absolutely nothing to prevent the wind from just coming up in there. So witness, my new helmet. So I decided to really, if I was gonna go with a new helmet, I was gonna go big. And my resolution for 2018 was to start with a stretching dog. How you doing, buddy? Walkie? Yeah, okay, yeah, just a second. I was gonna start with a really good helmet. So I decided. And I don't splurge on big things too often, except, you know, my dad used to say that when it comes to helmets, you know, they're basically your head's about as worth as much as the helmets that you buy. So this is the best. Well, not that I'm conceited to think that my head's worth the best, but I guess it's an important thing to keep fit. So this is a Schuberth helmet, and it's basically got all the bells and whistles that I like with a good helmet. And as you can see, if we lift it up real quick, you can see that it's nice. Let me try not to break the thing back there, the camera. You can see it's got lots of room back there for, protection all around the edge. So it really makes a nice tight seal. When you're inside, it's quite well sealed. So let's get on to the motovlogging part. So the problem with the old helmet was, of course, the wind came through and just made a god-awful noise. It was terrible. This one, of course, it's sealed inside, but I had a lot of trouble figuring out how to get it was actually so well sealed that it was tinny. So let's just cut to the chase and show you what I've got. So I have actually 2 cameras on board. The main camera up here is a GoPro Hero Session 5. And I elected to go with the Session 5 versus the Session 6 because I didn't need the rear screen. Because I'm never going to be looking at it from it. This is basically my motovlogging camera, and that apparently in the reviews I gave, that gave it a somewhat heightened, battery life. So I like that. It lasts a little longer on the single charge for what I need. So I liked it for that. But in hindsight, I kind of wish I had gotten the 6 because I think I read somewhere that the low light quality was good, although I'm happy with the lighting quality of this one. So it seems to be very good. It does like 2.5 hours worth of recording time. It's got a 32 gigabyte card in there. And no, I think I got the 64. Anyway, I can't remember. It may be the 64 gigs. I can't quite remember the SD card in there. But it's set up there with the GoPro mount in here. I like these newer next generation GoPro mounts. They actually have kind of a rubber sealy thing right there. You can see it's so well nicely sealed that I can't even figure out how to get. Oh, here. No, somehow it kind of, there's a thingy on there that kind of protects it. Maybe that's not on there. Anyway, there it is. So what I did have to get was, I had to get myself the audio adapter that's made by GoPro. And that just fits into the micro USB port right there. Now that's not waterproof with the waterproof door. This is a waterproof camera down to 30 feet, but or 33 I guess technically. But with this door open, it's not waterproof. So when the rain starts coming down, I'll have to pull this out. There goes Ollie. I'll have to pull this out and close the door. And that'll make it nice and sealed. I can still operate the camera to record video, and it will get ambient sounds from it's got 3 onboard, apparently it has 3 onboard microphones that will pick up the sounds that are going on around. But I won't be able to get the audio because the audio, of course, is from my helmet is coming through this system here. Also, this is not well sealed right here, so if it rains, if I see a rain is in the forecast, I'll take this tape. I made this easy to take off. One piece of tape, I'll take that off, pull that thing off, run a piece of this clear duct tape over there, just seal that off. The rest is nicely sealed, and I'll be good to protect that from the rain. So not totally waterproof, but that's okay. And as you can see, the wire comes down here. When I did have to get an adapter, where is that? Where is that adapter? Oh, there it is. I hid it back there. It's hidden inside there. This is the, there's apparently the, I'm going to say it wrong, HDDD and HDD. Anyway, the thing is, the male thingy here, dongle for lack of a better term. See how this one has 2 thingies, 2 slots? Yeah, 2, 1, 2. The little black stripes there. The original one from my mic, which I'll tell you about the mic in just a second, had 3, so it wouldn't work. So I had to get this adapter, and I found a simple one online, about $10. I bought it from the company. I can't remember the name of the company. They shipped it from Amazon right away. I was really happy with the packaging. Plugged that in, it worked just fine. It took me a while to figure that out. I couldn't figure out why my darn microphone wasn't working. But then that whole adapter thing is hidden in the tape back here, just below the Schuberth the thingy, and then the wire comes across here, up and over. And it took a little work, mild engineering work on my part to figure out a way to do this in such a way that the helmet can rise and lower without impacting it. But as you can see, if I pop the button here, the helmet lifts up. That's the modular unit, and it's able to rise and lower like that. Be careful, this is going on YouTube. Warning my daughter that I'm filming. And that goes up and down like that, and no problem whatsoever. Okay? So that took a little bit of work to figure that out, because I also had to do it in such a way that it would latch onto here, to these mechanisms here, and not bind on the wire. But I got that figured out. And I don't even know if I can actually show you, but it's actually, I don't know if I can do this without a good way to do this. Let's see. Can you see it up there? Maybe you can see that. The microphone is right up there against the thing. It's not very well held in. I mean, it is well held in. It's not pretty, but it works. Now that was a very important piece of the equipment. That's a Rode lav mic. Oh goodness gracious! I can't quite remember the name. I'll try to put that down in the info. I know that's not helpful to not give you the name. I will. I'll put that down in the description. It's a Rode lapel mic. I guess they're called lav mics. And it's very expensive. I mean, for a little lapel mic, it was like $89, I think it was. Bought that at Sammy's Camera, and the guy at the camera store told me, he said, if you want quality, that's the thing to get. He was right. The quality is astonishing. At first, I thought it was too good because it was picking up too much noise. I'm very happy with it. And you can see if I lift up the shield here, you can see the microphone is right there. So it's right in front of my mouth. drawback is that when I have my allergies, I can't hide myself from sniffling or sneezing. Oh, by the way, when the helmet is up like this, and as long as the helmet's up, you can see one of the nice features of this helmet is that, let's see if I can do this in one hand, is that when the sun comes out, here we go. Oh, it just latched. There you go. This is the sun visor. You got you get Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker mode, up with a simple up and down. Love that, because before I had my actual sunglasses hang off the side of the bike, and I would actually have to put the cruise control on the bike, which is just a little ratchet thing, and then ride down the freeway or the highway with no hands, putting the sunglasses on. And you can see now that the helmet is latched. Let's go ahead and lift it up again. There's a little latch down here. Click. Now, you might be wondering, well, what happens when the helmet is all the way up? Does it block the camera? No. You can see that it's right over the top. I got it lined up in such a way that it just goes over the top. If you watch my videos, you might see this little black thing right there at the front there. I can't point it out in your third hand. That black thing might poke up sometimes, so I might move this up just a little bit to avoid that, but that's okay. Okay, let's get on to the second camera. That's the forward-facing camera and the main audio camera. Down here, I have, this was kind of an accident. I didn't intend to do this, but I'm happy with the result. This is my rear-facing camera, and you can see that the two cameras are set up, in such a way that they're pretty much lined up on the horizontal plane. And this is a Sena, which is famous for audio speaker, two-way communication systems for motorcycles and other things. This is a Sena Prism Tube motovlogging camera. This camera is specifically made for motovlogs, for motorcycle riding, for helmets. And the wire is short. It has a microphone and a speaker to let you know the status of the camera, and it's really easy to use. So to simply cut to the chase, it's got this plug that goes into the back, a wire goes down here, and then there's two wires that come to a microphone here that can pick up audio, and there is actually a speaker embedded down inside there, embedded way in back, that'll actually tell me the status of the camera. Say, camera recording, camera's not recording, and it's really that easy. This is set up. I upgraded it with the latest firmware, which means that instead of, it's got 32 gigs in there, an micro SD card. When it gets to the 32 gigs with the firmware that has off the shelf, it'll stop recording because it runs out of space. With the updated 2.0, I think it's 2.0 firmware, it will go into a loop mode, which is good for if you just want to use it as a dash cam. It fills up and it just starts recording over the front. Very, very nice. I like that a lot. And with one simple switch, I can flop that in and face it forward, and it's working forward just as well as backwards. So if for any reason I don't need this camera, I can just have this one or the other. The nice thing, so when I'm riding now, I will engage both cameras. Let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So it's really easy to engage the Sena Pro. I'm going to start it here, and then I'm going to swing around, and maybe you'll be able to pick up the audio of it saying camera started. All you do is you take this little ring here and slip it forward, and see the light goes on? Listen. Camera on. Did you hear that? The camera on? So now the rear-facing Sena Prism Tube is now recording backwards video, but not backwards audio. Now I had the GoPro is enabled for audio, for voice-activated audio, but I found that it was misfiring. It was stopping the camera when I didn't intend it to, so I shut that off. So to turn that on, I have to do that manually. Just simply push the button there. That'll fire it up. There we go. And then just press the button here. And it's now recording. So when I start my ride, I simply fire up both cameras. And now this would be my riding mode. And I can go for like 2 hours or so, maybe 2.5 hours. Both of them have about the same amount of life. And this is nice because now I've got full 360. So, and the rear-facing one is really for interest or safety. If something happens along the way, someone rear-ends me, I've got it all on videotape. Or if something really interesting happens from behind. But my main motovlogging that you guys will be seeing will be off of the GoPro. All the audio will be there. I'll only throw in the back-end camera if something interesting happens along the way. And with that, Emily, do you want to say goodbye?
Why are you sweating?
Because I'm hot. How you doing? People wonder how you doing these days. You doing good? You see it? All right, good. You enjoyed the weekend at Knott's Berry Farm? All right. Okay, well then Mom should be home soon. We're going to have some dinner, and I'm going to call it a night. So there you go. Side by side, the old and the new. And she's right. Why am I sweating? It's because I'm old. Well, I just got over being sick. I was sick all weekend. And that's why there are no video uploads on YouTube. But it's Monday night. I took the day off from work today. I'm feeling a lot better. So I'll be back at the office tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And doing some recording, doing some motovlogging. Let's do some motovlogging. Yeah. I think turn that up. Yeah. What? Ollie? Under the sofa, maybe. Under the sofa, Ollie? Walkie? Oh, here. Let's do the trick. That always gets him out. This always works. Watch this. There you go. Killer! Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this little. Okay, let's go for a walk. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Walkie. Hey, Ollie. Wanna go for a walkie? Walkie. Let's go. I'm sorry to make you wait, buddy. Let's go. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye. Oh, I gotta turn the camera off. See you later.